Hey guys, today we're going to do parallel lines, and this is pretty easy. The only thing hard about parallel lines is when you do your driving test and you have to parallel park. You'll be horrible at it, and that might cause you to fail your driving test. But otherwise, parallel lines and the math associated with it is pretty easy. So let's get going. So we're going to find an equation for each line below, just so you kind of understand what it looks like. So first, I just want to go ahead and make sure that you know that these are symbols for parallel lines. So if you're writing that two things were parallel, that might be a symbol that you would use to indicate parallel lines. So I'm going to look at the first line here, and let's see, we have, there's a point here. Here's a point here. That's 1, 2, 3. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So rise over run would be 6 over 3. So the slope for that one would be at 2. It is at the y-intercept is right here at the 6. So I'd say y equals 2x plus 6. Pretty easy. I'm hoping you're able to do something like that fairly easy at this point. Next one, let's see, we're at a -4 and a +2. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. That's my rise. 1, 2, that's my run. Again, it's 2. I can see that the y-intercept is at a -4. So y equals 2x minus 4. What do you notice? This slope is the same. This slope is the same, but the y-intercept is different. And I could show you this again, but there's really no point. Just keep this in mind. Parallel lines, the slope is the same. Make sure you write this down. But, excuse me, but the y-intercept has to be different. Must be different. Okay, let's move on. Don't even worry about this one. Same results. It would just be a negative slope. So find the equation of the line that passes. Sorry, I have an itch. Find the equation of the line that passes through the given point and is parallel to the given equation. Okay. So if you look right here, we have an equation in slope-intercept form, and the slope is 1/2. So we're going to create another equation. It's going to be parallel to this equation. So what will the slope be? 1/2. Very good. So y equals 1/2 x. Now they gave us one ordered pair. They're not always so kind and so generous, but this ordered pair is, that's right, it is the y-intercept. So I don't really have to do anything. -3, I am done, because the ordered pair where x is 0, then y is the y-intercept. Let's look at the next one. Oh, not so kind. We need to move some things around and get it in slope-intercept form so that we can find the actual slope, because it says we want to find a line, an equation of a line that's parallel to it. So I'm going to go ahead and move the 7x over. And I'm going to put it in the front. Have to just divide everything by 3. So I'm looking for an equation that has a slope of 7 over 3. This is the y-intercept, because if x is 0, y is a y-intercept. So y equals 7/3 x minus 1. So this equation is parallel to this equation or this equation, either way you want to look at it. So far, so good. All right, now write the standard form. Write the standard form. This is where kids get messed up. because they forget to write it in standard form in the end. So on this next test, if you don't want to completely blow it, you have to always pay attention to what it is asking you. Does it want you to leave it in slope-intercept form? Does it want you to leave it in point-slope form? Does it want you to leave it in standard form? So you have to pay attention to details like that. So I have an equation, and it is not in slope-intercept form. It is in standard form. So let's move things around. So I have, I'm going to add 2x to both sides. Y equals 2x. Whoops, I almost said plus minus 4. Let me rewrite that because that looks horrible. 2x minus 4. So we have our slope. Our slope is 2. And then they give us a point. Well, what am I supposed to do with that? What have we learned? If we had the slope and a point, what can we do? We can use the point slope formula to find the y-intercept. So let's do that. So I have y minus, this is going to be my x1 and my y1. Y minus 5 equals the slope that we already figured out. The m is 2 times x minus a negative 3. Don't forget, it's not minus 3, it's minus a negative 3. Y minus 5 equals 2 times x plus 3. Okay, we're going to distribute before we do anything else. Y minus 5 equals 2x plus 6. Let's move that 5 over. Y equals 2x plus 11. Okay, so we have our slope and we have our y-intercept. We have our entire equation. So this is what we're looking for. But we're not done. I almost stopped. I almost made the mistake that I'm telling you guys not to make. It says write it in standard form. So let's move things around till we have it in ax plus by equals c form. So I'm going to move the 2x back over. I'm telling you, my mistakes on these videos are going to be the death of me because I have to do them over again. So we have a negative 2x plus y equals 11. So I have a negative in the front. I need to get rid of it. So I'm going to multiply everything by negative 1. I end up with 2x minus y equals negative 11. And now I'm done. Yes. All right, next one. Find the equation of a parallel line that goes through these points. Oh my gosh, I have to do the slope. I need to do the slope formula. So that's m equals y2 minus y1. x2 minus x1. It's super important if you're struggling with this. If anyone asks me for help, I'm always telling them label, 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 substitute, substitute, substitute. Stop trying to do stuff in your head because that's what's messing you up. Slow down. That's what my problem is. I go too fast and then I make dumb mistakes. So, all right. So I'm going to go ahead and plug stuff in. I've got 3 minus a negative 7. I have 1 minus a negative 1, which is 3 plus 7, which is 1 plus 1. I'm doing this in baby steps so I don't lose anybody along the way, but fortunately it came out to a super nice slope of a whole number 5. Then it says and has a y-intercept of negative 4. Well, that was super nice because we don't have to do anything else. It says, so I'm going to write y equals 5x minus 4. But I'm not done. Don't stop there. Write it in standard form. Oh my gosh, I'm telling you, that's what messes everybody up on this next test. So don't be like your teacher. Pay attention. Don't make dumb mistakes. So I'm going to move the 5x over. Whoa. Okay, everything disappeared for a second there. All right, here we go. Negative 5x plus y equals a negative 4. I do not know why it keeps making things disappear. Let me write that again. Negative 5x. Oh my gosh. Okay, for whatever reason, everything just disappeared. So I'm going to write this again. I'm going to have y equals 5x minus 4. I'm having technology issues and I apologize for that. So let me erase some of this. Let me start all over again. For whatever weird reason, stuff was disappearing. So I'm going to do minus 5x, negative 5x plus y equals a negative 4. Again, not quite sure why stuff is disappearing. Now I need to get rid of all the negatives. This time I'm going to go ahead and do it with a by division, just so you can see. You can do it either way. It doesn't really matter. So I end up with 5x minus y equals 4. Now I'm done. Okay, I hope that you learned some lessons about it's really not really hard to do, but you have to pay attention to the question. What is it asking you to do? And I'm confident if you do that, slow down, take your time, you'll be wonderful at this. Good luck on the assignment. Please ask questions if you have any, and I will see you later.